If you're like me, you like playing golf. A lot of times you get stuck playing golf with people that you don't really want to play with because they're your clients. You want to get to know them a little bit better. You want them to pay you. This is a good way to build bonding and rapport. But at the same time, you're like, if I really had a choice, are you who I'd want to play golf with? Sure would make it a lot better. The medicine would go down a lot smoother if I could get a tax deduction for it. But someone told me that I can't deduct golf. Well, the good news is, yes, you can if you follow a simple set of rules. We're going to get into it and tell you how.
I'm Adam Boatsman, CPA. I'm the managing partner of one of Charlotte, North Carolina's largest public accounting firms. Over the years, I've helped tens of thousands of business owners just like you save money, make money, and stay out of trouble, and most importantly, have fun while they're doing it. The purpose of this video series is to give you proven techniques to take business deductions and get tax deductions for things that you might have not otherwise thought about. So we're going to answer all your questions and most importantly, show you how to do this stuff without having to worry about the IRS showing up at your doorstep. So if you're tired of taking tax advice from some guy sitting in his mommy's basement, you came to the right location. Even more importantly, I'm also a business owner. So every one of the techniques that I'm going to give to you is something that I've done for myself personally. So with that in mind, let's get started. As a business owner, I was a big fan of the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act in 2017 because guess what? I got a tax deduction associated with it. And I'm currently doing this video in 2024. Those are set to expire in 2025. This is going to be real embarrassing if you're watching this in 2026 and something different happened. But anyway, overall as a business owner, I got a tax deduction for it. And if you're a business owner, so did you. It was great. Independent of whether or not, it paid for itself or whatever, who cares? We got a tax deduction. That being said, there were some negative outcomes. One negative outcome is that entertainment stopped being deductible. So that sucks because I don't know if you're anything like me, but I do a lot of things that I don't call entertainment, that the IRS calls entertainment, which I classify as spending time with people that I don't like because it makes me money. That's the football games, it's the golf, it's the concerts, it's the meals out, all that stuff. In other words, if I had a choice, believe it or not, I'm a closet introvert, I would not be there with you. By the way, for the guy that I'm about to go play golf with, I'm not talking about you. I actually really like you. I'm talking about the other people. Anyway, you think, crap, you're gonna tell me that's not a tax deduction? You're insane. It's a complete business expense. It was a business expense. It should be a business expense now. It's not fair. So let's break down how you can actually get a deduction for this stuff. First off, you have to look at, well, what was the IRS really, trying to target with this? What they were trying to target is, kind of the egregious gifts. So, hey, you're a most valued customer. This is really great. I'm gonna give you Masters tickets, or I'm gonna give you a 7-day cruise just for being a great customer. They wanted to stop allowing people to deduct stuff like that. There is an exception, as long as you include it as income to them, which we're gonna talk about, you can still deduct it, but they wanted to stop, stuff like that. So, okay, got it, mission accomplished. But how about the stuff where I'm still stuck there with the person that I don't like, trying to get money from them, which is the common occurrence that anybody in sales, anybody in customer relationships we've experienced, that's the scenario that I'm talking about. So, first up on the list is golf. And this will generally apply to every other thing that's out there. But if you start with golf as an example, hey, me going out and playing a round of golf with a customer, that's entertainment. Or is it? So the way that you get it converted over from entertainment into a legitimate business expense is that instead of saying, hey, let's go play golf, what you say is, hey, I want to meet with you. We need to talk about finalizing the Smith contract. Let's do that up at the golf course and get a round of golf in. But when we're done, I want to have the Smith contract done where we both agreed upon it. In that scenario, you having to play golf just happens to be incidental to you conducting the business meeting. No different than, hey, I want to go out and meet with you about the Smith contract. Let's go meet at the restaurant and have a nice steak dinner. But at the end of the steak dinner, I expect the Smith contract will be concluded. You can deduct the meal, right? Same concept applies with golf. And you can take that forward with other forms of entertainment, whether it's a game, concert, whatever. What matters the most is you're actually doing business there. Not just hanging out, having a good time. You're actually doing business and you can prove that you did business, meaning like the Smith contract actually did conclude. Because if you think about it, if I'm an IRS auditor, sure, you conducted business. Okay, great, thanks for printing that agenda that you just printed 5 minutes before I showed up for that concert that you went to a year ago. Sure, you did business. If on the other hand, I can have that same audit, I've got the agenda, it's actually timestamped, like I can show emails saying that I exchanged emails with the customer, saying here's what we're gonna talk about while we're there. That's good fact number one. Good fact number two is I can actually show within a week that I actually got the order. Order showed up, contract was signed, whatever it is, something actually happened as a result. That's the way that you get this stuff deductible. And again, the same concept applies, whether it's golf, football tickets, whatever. Okay, let's say that that's not the case, is all still lost for you? No, it's not, because the meals part is still deductible. So let's use same scenario. I can't tie it back to the Smith contract no matter how hard I try. I am just gonna hang out with this person that I don't like. Just as a way to foster goodwill. Happens all the time. By the way, not you, it's other guys that I'm talking about. But the way that you still get some at least partial deduction for that is if you can separately state out the meals component. So for example, I go to the football game and it's in a suite, which would be great. Can I deduct the cost of the suite? No, I can't. Can I deduct the tickets? No, I can't. Unless I go back to what I just said about we're actually doing business in it. But the food, as long as it's separately stated, I can deduct that. Now, within this entertainment world, there's all sorts of other exceptions that exist to the tax code that passed. If you do something for the employees, that's still considered a tax deduction if it's available to all the employees. If you actually do it for customers, but it's not exclusive, it's available to everybody, you can still get a tax deduction for that. And here's actually my favorite exception, which is I include it in the income of the recipient. So same scenario. Hey Timmy, you did a great job. We really appreciate you as a customer. Wanted to give you these football tickets as a show of appreciation. Hey Adam, that's great. You gonna come with me? Oh, no, I'm sorry. I have other plans. But you have a good time. Normally not a tax deduction unless I make it income to Timmy. But that's kind of a mean move, isn't it? To make it an income to Timmy? Well, what if I consider it a gift? In that scenario, as long as I'm not exceeding the IRS gift threshold to Timmy in a year, I can go ahead and give him a gift, take the deduction for it. It's not reportable income over to Timmy as long as I'm not over the threshold. So that's the other way that you go ahead and still get a deduction for this stuff. And again, as with all things, you just gotta document your facts. So with that in mind, hope that helps, and happy entertaining with people that you don't like being around. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and that you hit subscribe. If you've got further questions, go ahead and post them in the comments below and we'll do our best to get back to them. If you're looking for more information, make sure you check out our website, subscribe to our blog, subscribe to our newsletter, which are also included in the links below. We hope this was really helpful to you, and have a good time.